Hey everybody, it's Princess. It's time for us to get ready for bed. I decided I'm going to read to you a book. This book is a book. Here's something I like to read about different things from Magic Treehouse Research Guide. So I decided that I'm going to do a little bit of different turn and do that. The book we're going to be reading today is called Mummies and Pyramids. So I'm going to get set up to lay down and read to you guys, and then we'll get started. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. As you can see, I'm now set up to read. So let's get started. Magic Treehouse Research Guide, Mummies and Pyramids. A novel companion to Mummies in the Morning by Will Osborne and Mary Hope Osborne. Why did people make mummies? How were the pyramids built? What was the mysterious writing on mummy cases? To unwrap the answer to these questions and more, Magic Treehouse Research Guide, Mummies and Pyramids. A novel companion to Mummies in the Morning. It's Japanese radio guide to the secrets of ancient Egypt, including hieroglyphic writing, Egyptian gods and goddesses, how mummies are made, tomb treasures and tomb robbers, and much more. Magic Treehouse Research Guide, Mummies and Pyramids. A novel companion to Mummies in the Morning by Will Osborne and Mary Osborne. Illustrated by Santa Madacha, a stepping stone book, Random House,
involving the person's death. These people might not have known the person in life, but they would scream and cry as though dusting themselves and show their grief. To more meaning to show sacrifice.
Dear readers, we came back from my adventure in the morning with lots of questions. Why did people make mummies? What was written in the Book of the Dead? How did ordinary people in ancient Egypt live? We didn't go back to ancient Egypt to find out the answers. We didn't even leave Fox Creek. We did research. We started at the library. We found books about pyramids and mummies in a video about the Egyptian people. Then we checked the internet. We found a site that told us more about ancient Egyptian writing. He took lots of notes, and Jack drew a picture of mummies too. Later we watched a show on television about finding the tomb of mummy called King Tut. In this book we're going to share this with you. So get your notebook, get your backpack, and get ready to travel back 5,000 years to learn about Egypt, pyramids and mummies, Jack and Annie. Chapter 1, Ancient Egypt. For thousands of years, mummies and pyramids were a great mystery. How were the pyramids built? Why did people make mummies? What was the strange writing on the mummy cases? In the last 200 years, scientists have found a great deal about the people who built the pyramids and mummies. They were a hard-working people who enjoyed life. They loved science and music.
For the dead person to eat.
They believed in a sun god and a cat goddess. They thought they could live forever. They were the people of ancient Egypt. Egypt is where one of the oldest civilizations of the world began. 5,000 years ago, Egyptians invented one of the first forms of writing. They made a kind of paper from reed plants. They invented a calendar much like the ones we use today. The ancient Egyptians built some of the most interesting buildings in the world they've ever known. Their painters and sculptors created beautiful works of art. The artists in the school and study how the body works. Why didn't great civilization begin in Egypt so long ago? Many historians think the answer is simple. The Nile River. The Nile River is the longest river in the world. It flows through the middle of Egypt. The Nile River flows into the Mediterranean Sea. Egypt is located in northeast Africa. The person who studies
the dead was it really book. The smells and maps were written and drawn on papyrus scrolls. The dead person followed the directions of the book of the dead and book of the dead and passed all the texts of the gods.
Now the Nile River gave the ancient Egyptians water for drinking and bathing. Egyptian fishermen caught many kinds of fish.
Chapter 6,
the
Age of Pyramids.
Hunters hunted wild birds along its banks. The boats sailed up and down the Nile, carrying people and goods. But the Nile's greatest gift to the Egyptians was a
Early
fish or
pharaohs and
birds
other
or drinking
wealthy
water
Egyptians
or
had
travel.
burial
It
tombs
was
made
mud.
of mud bricks. These
Most of the
bricks
land
were
in
called
Egypt is part of the Sahara Desert.
Mason.
The desert soil is sandy and rocky. It is not good for farming. The ancient Egyptians called the desert the Red Land. No one lived in the Red Land. Hardly anything could grow there. The land along the banks of the Nile is very different from the Red Land. The soil there was thick, was dark, and soft. The Egyptians called this land the Black Land. The Black Land was some of the best farmland in the world. Why was the Black Land so good for farming? Every July, the Nile flooded its banks. The floodwater dumped a layer of black mud on each side of the river. The black mud was very fertile. That means it was full of things that plants needed to grow. In November, the floodwaters went down. Farmers plowed the black land. They planted seeds in the rich fertile soil. In March, they harvested their crops. The harvest was almost always very plentiful. That meant there was more than enough food for everyone. The Sahara Desert is the biggest desert in the world. To harvest means to gather and store the crops you've grown.
It would be the largest mastodon in all
farm year. July flooded, November planting, March harvesting. Two kingdoms.
And the giant mastodon
Near the good farming along the Nile River. So the village forms cities. Over time, the villages and cities became parts of two separate kingdoms. For many years, each kingdom had different kings. One king ruled over the land in the north, when the Nile flowed into the sea. The other king ruled over the land in the south, along the Nile Valley. Over 5,000 years ago, a king named Mummies united the two kingdoms.
On top of the first one,
then
he got another mastodon, and another mastodon on top of that. Then King Minas is the capital city too. And another finally Zoser built a burial place. It was made from the crowns of old kingdoms. Most historians say the joining of the two kingdoms was the beginning of the great Egyptian nation. When King Menes put on his double crown, he started a civilization that lasted for 3,000 years. Turn the page to learn about the ancient Egyptian alphabet. Hieroglyphic writing. The ancient Egyptians wrote with pictures. The picture is called hieroglyphic writing. To address pictures were multi-Egyptians built another kind of pyramid. The new kind of pyramid started as a step pyramid, which was built. These steps are filled in to make the sides smooth. People think the smooth side of pyramid most Egyptians never learned to sunlight. There were over 700 pyramid shapes. It is a pyramid shape we know today. The pyramids of Giza. The most famous Egyptian pyramids are the three-sided pyramids of Giza. They were built more than 4,500 years ago. They all everyday life. Most ancient Egyptians were farmers. Many lived in villages and towns in the Black Land along the Nile River. Their houses are made of mud bricks. The mud city of the Giza pyramid of the Nile. Called the Great Even wealthy people lived in the 500 feet very close together. That's because the Egyptians wanted to save the Great Pyramid of the Black Land for farming. The Egyptians' houses had high flat boat buried near the Great Pyramid. It was the boat was over 140 feet long. Families often think that it probably the barns that led in the summer. Poor families' houses usually only had one room. Egyptian families had larger rooms. They had lots of servants to do their cooking, washing, and other chores. Most Egyptians did not have lots of furniture. The base of the Great Pyramid. They didn't have a lot of furniture. Their houses were only a few, and their houses only had only a few stools, small tables, and floor mats. Walls are painted bright colors. Ceilings are high to help keep the house cool.
Egyptians slept on beds made of wool and reeds. They rested their heads on headrests. The headrests are usually cards from wood.
Of workers. For Egyptologists,
This is what the house looked like.
workers used wooden rollers to move giant stones across the desert. There were some stones that weighed over 4,000
If you could peek beneath the roof of Egyptian house, this is what you might see.
No one really knows exactly how the workers put the giant stones in place. Most Egyptologists just think they built
Many Egyptians were very Egyptians has a very worn climate. Most Egyptians hardly ever wore shoes. Their clothing was mostly white and loose-fitting. All their clothes are made of linen. Linen is a cloth made from flax. Ancient Egyptians cared a great deal about how they looked. Wealthy men and women both were makeup and wigs. They also wore necklaces, bracelets, and rings. Egyptians loved perfume. They liked to rub good-smelling oils and creams on their skin. Egyptian children and families. Egyptians believed the ancient Egyptians loved children. Egyptian art often shows parents having fun with their sons and daughters. Climate means the usual weather of a place. Yikes, young children in Egypt didn't wear any clothes at all.
King Cafe
See,
this
is
great pyramid of King Khufu. And the great Sphinx is carved from a rock mountain. It is the largest statue of ancient times still standing today.
Egyptian children.
See,
Egyptian children played with fun toys and dolls. Both boys and girls used dolls and wooden
comfortable and happy.
Children and grown-ups also played board games. These games were like checkers and chess.
Everything they thought they needed.
Harmonies of beer,
extra clothes and sandals,
playing a
buying
board game.
materials and pans. The feeling that makes up wigs and combs and mirrors and Tuesday wanted to be dead.
Most Egyptian children did not go to school. They lived with their parents until they were married. Egyptian boys and girls wore their hair in a style called a side bob. No one knows why. The ancient Egyptians wore some of the first people to keep animals as pets. The Egyptians loved their pets. They treated them like their family. One story says that when a family cat died, the whole family shaved off their eyebrows to show their grief.
Take the living with them. They made several
There were many skilled artists and craftsmen in Egypt. Sculptors and painters decorated the basins, decorated the palaces and temples. Their potters worked hard with clay to make bowls, jars, and statues. Whenever
it is believed the statues could be a home
weavers
for
wore
the
cloth
cause of one of the mummy.
Builders destroyed ships with samples and barges for traveling up and down the Nile. Other craftspeople made other goods and jewelry. Egyptian craftspeople, sculptors and painters, potters, weavers, shipbuilders, leather workers, jewelry makers. Egyptian craftspeople were very skilled in trade. They usually worked in large workshops like this. A barge is a boat
The items buried in the mummies could be very valuable.
Scribes.
Many amulets, statues, and mummies connected
One of the most important jobs in Egypt was a scribe.
Some decorated with jewels. Scribes were supposed to be used in the next life, but throughout history, many people have known the treasure.
They also kept records for merchants and trappers and traders. They copied down spells and scientific information. It's a choose school to become a scribe. The hieroglyphic alphabet was very hard to learn.
They took
Egyptians of value at all. They hired a scribe to read and write for them.
They showed no respect for the mummy or the secret place. Two of my books opened the mummy cases. They took amulets from the mummy's linen strips. They stole jewelry from the mummy's body. They did the making of the human body oils.
They became their homes were grand palaces. Some rulers were called pharaohs. Pharaohs had red blood and total power over their people.
Was very dangerous.
To Egyptians,
in ancient Egyptians, the pharaoh
controlled the weather, the flooding of the Nile, and the growth of their crops. Egyptians thought that sin and put to death was more than a person. They worshipped the humans as gods. Not Pharaoh. Boys could go to school because Pharaoh means great house. Here's a picture of house. See? Lost forever. The tomb paintings. Here are the scribes. One thing Robert couldn't steal was the art in the wall. Tomb paintings and the animals of ancient Egypt. Tomb paintings, crocodiles, hippos, and beautiful birds lived on the Nile River. It was believed that dancers and musicians in the paintings would dance, sing, and play for the dead. The next life. Lions, the tomb paintings which also showed wild bulls and jackals lived in the person was old and weak. The Egyptian statues and jewelry were often made to look like animals. This glass fish helped a person. This wooden goose sat on wooden eggs. Let's find Garter George Vacuum. This hippo is left charm. The pyramids were built to honor pharaohs and their families. But the pyramids also told two robbers exactly where to look for treasure. Pharaohs cared more about keeping the mummies safe than having huge pyramids, so they began to build secret tombs that they hoped robbers would find. Chapter 3: Religion. Egyptian religion. Ancient Egyptians worshipped their pharaohs. They also worshipped the Valley of the Gods. The Valley of the Kings is hidden deep in the pictured their gods and goddesses surrounded by rocky cliffs. A few ordinary men and women. Some were animals. Many were half human, half animal. The Egyptians believed their gods and goddesses were to everything they did. The Egyptians called the Valley of the Kings the Great Palace. See? The Great Place. The people who lived who built the tombs in the Valley of the Kings, it's very hard to keep them hidden. See, they cut secret chambers. The Egyptians built great temples to their most important gods. They built false entrances. They sealed the real entrances with heavy stones. Guards watched the tombs. Inside the temples, there were secret chambers. The priests at the temples shared false guards. They watched and dressed, even served their meals. Many more than 60 royal tombs in the sacred statues. They allowed to see the sacred statues inside the temples. When they visited, they said prayers and left gifts outside. At home, they created their own statues of their favorite gods and goddesses. The next slide. An important part is ancient Egyptian religion. So belief. The next slide. An important part of ancient Egyptian religion was belief in the next life. The next life was a people after they died. There they could enjoy many of the same things they enjoyed. People can believe that every person was made of the same type. The first part is the body, the second part was the car. The car was the life force. It was what made the person alive. Had been buried in the Valley of the Kings, but for years, no one had been able to find the tomb. One Egyptian archaeologist was very hard to find common tomb. What made the person Howard Carter. He searched different from anyone else. 5 years. The Egyptians believed when a person died, the bond of the car left the body. For the person to live in life, the bond of the car had to come together. The Egyptians showed the bond and car with a bird with the human head. Carter and his team began to dig. The steps led to a door. Behind the door was the body was home for the bar and the car. So it was very important. The body of the dead person was not to what they thought was they keep the body from being destroyed. The Egyptian ancient to a mummy. Turn the page to learn more about the gods and goddesses. Wonderful things, the gods and goddesses of Egypt. Ancient Egyptians worshipped many gods and goddesses. Here are some of the important ones. Ra was the sun god. He was sometimes shown the body of a man and the head of a falcon. The Egyptians believed Ra created the world. They thought Ra sailed across the sky every day in a golden boat. At sunset, Ra sailed his boat into the underworld. The underworld of the kingdom beneath the earth. At sunrise, Ra rose from the underworld and sailed his boat across the sky again.
Had probably been caught before they could get away with much.
Osiris and Isis. Egyptians believed that long ago Osiris and Isis had been the first king and queen of Egypt, but Osiris was married by his evil brother Isis. By the evil brother Isis used the united power to bring him back to life. Osiris became the god of the dead and the ruler of the underworld. Isis became the god of the healing, marriage, and motherhood.
Cairo is the capital city of Egypt today. To the page to see the treasures of Tutankhamun.
Horus was the son of Isis and Horus. He wears a falcon-headed gull. Egyptians believed that Pharaoh was Horus's form. Bastet was Ra's daughter. She was a cat. She was a cat. She was a cat was a woman with a cat's head. Egyptians believed Bastet was the sun, and the sun's power to make their crops grow. They prayed to Bastet for a good harvest every year. Bastet was also the goddess of music and dance, and the goddess of joy and love.
Each year, millions of tourists visit the ancient pyramids in Egypt. There are 35 pyramids still standing.
Tot was the moon god. Egypt believed Tot gave them the gift of writing. He was also the god of medicine and mathematics. He was sometimes shown as having a baboon. The other shown the man at the head of a bird. Bast was one of the Egyptian gods. He is short, chubby, and happy. He had a lion's ears and tail, and the body was the face of a man. He brought joy and good luck to families. He protected the whole household.
Alive. Did you believe that they could live forever in the way they have? The end.
Chapter 4. Normally when an animal or person dies, the body begins to decay. Chapter 4. Let me try it again, guys. Chapter 4. Mummies. Normally when an animal or person dies, the body begins to decay. That means that the skin, hair, muscles, and other parts of the body start to rot away. Finally, there is nothing but bones. A mummy is a dead body that has been protected from decay. The first Egyptian mummies are probably made by accident. Here's a picture of some mummy tombs. The ancient Egyptians needed the land near the Nile for farming, so they buried their dead in the nearby desert. But the hot desert dried out the bodies very quickly. They didn't decay; they became mummies. The Egyptians studied those desert mummies. They learned from them how to protect their bodies for the next life. Making a mummy. It took a long time to make a mummy. The work was done by a team of priests. Egyptians believed that the god Anubis watched over the mummy making. The Anubis had the body of a man and the head of a jackal. So the chief priest wore a mask of a jackal. The palaces where the priest worked was called the beautiful house. Everything in the beautiful house was done with great care. First, all the organs except the brain, the heart, were taken from the body. The ancient Egyptians believed that the gods was weighed a person's heart, but when he or she entered the next life, the weight of the heart would tell the gods if the person had lived a good life on earth. Other organs were put in special jars to be buried with the mummy. Next, the priest washed the body with wine. They said prayers. They rubbed the body with oils and spices. Then the priest entered the body with a kind of salt called nitron. Nitron worked like a desert sand, only better. It helped dry the body more quickly and to keep it from decaying. Oh wow! It's the other thing. The Egyptians made over 70 million mummies. A jackal is kind of a dog. It's a kind of wild dog have a dog that likes to that lives in Asia and North Africa. Oh wow! So, oh man, didn't know what a person's brain was for. They threw it away. Finally, the parents laid the body on a Sunday table. They said more prayers, left the body to dry for about 40 days. The body had dried out. It was wrapped in strips of linen. When the body dried out, it was wrapped into the linen. The linen had been soaked in resin. As they dried, the linen straps became very hard. The priests wrapped their magic charms on the mummy's linen straps. The ancient Egyptians believed that these charms would bring good luck and protect the person in the next life. The priest wrapped the body, unwrapped and wrapped until the body was covered head to toe. Sometimes a mask of the person's face was placed over the lip straps. This was supposed to help the bar and organize the person beneath. Uh, resin is the sticky stuff that comes from trees or plants. Some mummies were buried with more than a hundred charms. The layer of strips on some mummies were several layers thick. When the body is fully wrapped, it is ready to be placed in its mummy case. There was usually a planting of the person's face on the mummy case too. Many mummies' cases were decorated with piercings and writings. The paintings often show the person enter the next life and meeting the god. The writings spelled out how, without prayers and magic spells, early morning cases were with rectangular boxes like this one. Later, they were more shaped like the mummy inside. Sometimes the mummies even washed. Then the mummy's na- then the mummy's case was placed in a stone coffin called a sarcophagus. Then the mummies are sealed on the mummy's inside. In its case, it was ready to be taken to its tomb. Amulets. The amulet charms wrapped in the mummy's linen straps are called amulets. Some amulets like regular statues of the gods. Others were like symbols, like a set of stairs that is leading to the next life. Many amulets were the shape of a beetle called a scarab. Teachers believe that each day at dawn, a giant scarab pushes the sun to the sky. Later, some scarab amulets are used or a symbol of rebirth in the next life. They often had wings. The very popular amulet is called the Eye of Horus. You can believe that the god Horus had his eye in the right in a fight with his evil uncle, and it was magically put back by the god Thor or the god Tot. It is believed that the eyes of Horus pointed out on mummy cases that allows the mummies to enter to see the outside.